The story of Joseph is found in the book of Genesis in the Bible, specifically in Genesis 37 to 50. Joseph is the 11th son of Jacob and the first son of Rachel. His story is one of betrayal, perseverance, and eventual triumph. Here is a summary of the story of Joseph. Joseph's coat of many colors. Genesis 37 verses 1 to 4. Jacob loved Joseph more than his other sons, and as a sign of favoritism, he gave Joseph a coat of many colors. This created jealousy among his brothers. Joseph's dreams. Genesis 37 verses 5 to 11. Joseph had dreams that indicated his future authority and prominence. In one dream, his sheaf of grain stood upright while his brother's sheaves bowed down to it, and in another, the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed down to him. These dreams further fueled his brother's resentment. Joseph sold into slavery. Genesis 37 verses 12 to 28. Joseph's brothers, fueled by jealousy, plotted to kill him. Instead, they threw him into a pit and later sold him to a group of traders heading to Egypt. Joseph in Potiphar's house. Genesis 39 verses 1 to 20. Joseph was bought by Potiphar, an Egyptian official. Despite facing false accusations and imprisonment, Joseph remained faithful to God. Interpreting dreams in prison. Genesis 40. While in prison, Joseph interpreted the dreams of two fellow prisoners, the cupbearer and the baker. The cupbearer was restored to his position, but Joseph remained in prison. Interpreting Pharaoh's dreams. Genesis 4:11. Pharaoh had troubling dreams, and the cupbearer remembered Joseph's ability to interpret dreams. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh and interpreted the dreams, predicting 7 years of plenty followed by 7 years of famine. Joseph's rise to power. Genesis 41 verses 37 to 57. Impressed by Joseph's wisdom, Pharaoh appointed him as second in command over all of Egypt to manage the food supply during the coming famine. Reunion with his brothers. Genesis 42 to 45. Joseph's brothers traveled to Egypt to buy grain during the famine. They did not recognize Joseph, but he eventually revealed his identity to them. After testing their repentance, Joseph forgave his brothers and invited them to bring their father Jacob and the entire family to Egypt. Jacob's family in Egypt. Genesis 46 to 47. Joseph was reunited with his father Jacob, and the family settled in Egypt, where they were provided for during the famine. Joseph's death. Genesis 50 verses 22 to 26. Joseph lived to see his brothers and their descendants prosper in Egypt. Before his death, he reassured his brothers of his forgiveness and expressed confidence in God's promises. Joseph died at the age of 110, and his body was embalmed and placed in a coffin in Egypt. The story of Joseph is a powerful narrative of God's providence, forgiveness, and the triumph of good over evil. It also highlights the importance of remaining faithful to God in the face of adversity.